Come on, relax and just enjoy the show. We got you here on Straight Talk. Don't be lying, yes, you already know. We got you here on Straight Talk, yeah. We got you grooving. Let us know how you doing. We keep it live right here on Straight Talk with Riccardo Montgomery.
Welcome to the Straight Talk with your boy, Riccardo Montgomery, aka the voice of the gospel community, hanging out with you on this day the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. Yeah, I'm feeling myself today, y'all, because we are a week away from the Gospel Music Showcase. It's technically called the Unity in Community Gospel Music Showcase. Looking forward to it, man. I'm telling y'all, we're going to have a great show today. Everything is lined up for that reason right there. We got some guests coming in that's going to talk to us just about some music opportunities that's out here for independent gospel artists, and that's what we're all about, y'all. It's just celebrating independent gospel artists. We have all these major streams artists coming in, and we throw a trinkle in a little bit of independent artists just to kind of get to the big name. A lot of people want to see the big names, but right here on Straight Talk, the big name is the independent artists, because these people are out here laboring for you every day. So we want to thank all of our sponsors. We're here at Divine Truth Christian Bookstore, which is one of the sponsors of this gospel music showcase. So if you want to get your tickets, the beautiful thing is this sponsor already paid for it. So just come on by and shop around a little bit, and then tell them, hey man, can I get a ticket to the gospel music showcase? And it's all right there for you. They'll hang you the ticket right there on site. You better hope you get here on time though. Get here quick, because they may have them all gone. A lot of people are looking forward to it, and I'm just so thankful that the sponsors are helping out in this way to be able to just help their community also. It's a beautiful thing when you have people that's just willing to help, willing to support, and be out there for you. So I get into all the sponsors. We also have some outreach sponsors too, man. So I'm looking forward to talking about all our sponsors today. So again, like I said, we're gonna have some independent gospel artists coming on the show. We're gonna have we also don't get out there. Faithfully United is doing their thing out here. So we're gonna go out there and check in with them a little later on in the show. But man, I'm telling y'all, get ready for this gospel music showcase. It is going to be amazing. Some of the acts we have, some just amazing, will blow your mind on some of the things that we're gonna have. We're gonna have all kinds of genre of gospel Christian music, contemporary Christian music. We're gonna have gospel hip hop. We're gonna have just a musical melody, like a little gospel jazz going on, and then urban gospel. I mean, just we're gonna catch it all, man. We're gonna have five acts going forward. They're gonna go about 30 minutes. So if you miss out, don't miss out, man. If you miss it though, come back next month, man. It's gonna go down. We got you all set up right now. Everybody's excited about it. I'm excited about it. So we're looking forward to having a blessed time in the Lord, man. It's going to be at the Detox Lounge. So if you don't know that area, you're here in Omaha. It's on North 72nd and Blundo. So North 72nd and Blundo. So y'all come on out, man. 7 p.m. is when the doors open. We have the artists out there. We got information for the artists in case you want to follow them on social media, in case you miss all the information that they have out there. So we're going to have all that information ready to go for you, so you get to know these people, support these people, because that's what this is about. It's about supporting these artists, and also about getting outside the church's walls. This is the biggest part of this whole ministry. Is one, getting the independent artists out there, letting people know who they are, hear their music, and hear their music live outside the church's walls. But in the same time, reminding people that Jesus loves them right where they are. A lot of people like to say, because they didn't do this or they didn't do this, or they're not this type of person, or this, that Jesus' love is kind of hard for them to obtain. Well, that's not true. Jesus loves us unconditionally, and all he wants to do is just pour out his love to you right where you are, and you can grow from there. So this showcase, man, it hits multitude of different things, and I'm so thankful for all the churches in our area. Antioch Baptist Church, which is my home church, is supporting us. Reality Church is supporting this. Southwestern Nazarene Church is supporting this. Salem Baptist Church is supporting this. The Table Ministries is supporting this, and the Kingdom Church is supporting this. So we have many more churches coming in, and I love to also reach out to all our outreach churches too. Outreach ministries, people that see this. My home church in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, Antioch Baptist Church, supporting us. Also, can't forget about Greater Harvest Temple, which is a great church in Mobile, Alabama. They're supporting us. P's Classic Cut Barbershop in Milwaukee. Shout out to him. The owner of that is a deacon at his church, and so his business is supporting us. And also, Church Event Blast with my good friend out of Atlanta, Georgia, Jeffrey Holmes. They're supporting us. So we getting support from Wisconsin, Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, and all other kind of places, man. So y'all realize, see this vision, man, because God is doing some amazing, amazing things. And I'm gonna get ready to start the show off and get our guests in here. But I just want to let y'all know about how many people that are supporting us, all the things that's going on. Community Abby's Corner also is supporting us. One of our commercials here, our new sponsors, they're supporting this event. So many places, and also Family Fair, the grocery store that's around the city of Omaha, that's also supporting this event. So come on out, man. Like I said, stop by Divine Truth, stop by Styles Evolution on North 24th and Lake. Stop by there and get your tickets from our sponsors, man. Just tell them you wanted to get your ticket for the Gospel Music Showcase, supporting all the independent gospel artists and just giving them a place to perform, and also for us as Christians to spread the love of Jesus in our cities. We're going to go where the people are, and that's what this is about. We're going where the people are. We're not doing any more y'all come to this church, y'all come to that church for this event. We're going to where you are and enjoy, and everybody loves gospel music, so it's a win-win for everybody. So we'll be right back with more Straight Talk right after these words from our sponsors. Straight Talk with Riccardo Montgomery is taking 2022 by storm. That's what makes this show great, because we talk about what's real. Straight Talk is not afraid to take it to the next level by questioning everything in the Bible.
It's a very interesting question, and let me explain it to you this way.
With church leaders.
Preach reconnecting people to Christ.
Discussing real topics that we face daily.
You can't do that without asking a hard-hitting question, right?
You're right, fam. Give your faith walk a boost each Saturday at 6 p.m. on Facebook and YouTube.
Awesome program.
For the Straight Talk with Riccardo Montgomery. You're listening to Straight Talk with your boy, Riccardo Montgomery. Don't worry. You ain't missed nothing. You just in a commercial break. We'll be right back with more Straight Talk in a minute. First Start Academy and Needs 2 Child Care Center provides an environment that empowers all young minds to learn, grow, and develop while being in a nurturing environment. Needs 2 have children starting from the age of 6 weeks to 5 years old. First Start Academy also offers an after-school program from ages 6 to 12 years old. First Start Academy and Needs 2 Child Care Center supports, celebrates, and values each family served, and will always be committed to creating lifelong learners to discover their talents and abilities. If affordable, nurturing childcare is what you desire, contact one of our locations today. Call First Start Academy at 601-544-6443 or call Needs 2 Child Care Center at 601-582-2727. First Start Academy and Needs 2 Child Care Center, a nurturing environment, empowering young minds.
Do you need embroidered and screen printed apparel for your company? How about a promotional product to help promote your business? Are you looking for a banner for a corporate event? Caps Etc. has it all. Caps Etc. has been serving the Omaha area for over 20 years. Located in Millard for over 10 years, Caps Etc. is family owned and can handle all your business embroidered and promotional product needs. Bring your design to 4871 South 136th Street or call 402-614-3883 and add your logo on a quality item that will set your business above the rest, only at Caps Etc.
Tired of seeing all the high prices? Well, help is around the corner. Abby's Corner. Named after Abby Whitford, Abby's Corner is a thrifty boutique in quaint downtown Papillion. Abby's Corner is a family-owned and the friendly owners specialize in upscale ladies' fashion at thrift store prices. So come by 138 North Washington Street and enjoy a relaxed, homey, and artistic atmosphere that will make your shopping experience fun. Inventory at Abby's Corner changes almost daily, so you never know what you may find. And as an added bonus, Abby Corners donate to the local charities such as the Food Bank of the Heartland, the Bethlehem House, and Live On Nebraska. Abby's Corner can be found on Facebook at Live Like Abby Did and on Instagram at Abby's Corner Papillion. So like and follow Abby's Corner, the cutest little thrifty boutique in downtown Papillion. Welcome back to the show, y'all. My guest hanging out with me today is Bo Bullock, artist in his own right.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah.
Looking forward to having him a part of the showcase. So, Bo, tell us, man, what got you into gospel music?
The Lord? Yeah, no, I grew up in kind of a Christian house, but not real serious, you know. And then I started playing like punk rock music and stuff like that, real just hard and heavy, just celebrating vice, getting drunk, being wild, just being rowdy, you know. And then about 10 years ago, the Lord kind of, I guess, grabbed me by the seat of my pants and straightened me out. And I laid down all that music that I had built up so much. It was probably like my biggest idol. It's my heavy metal type of bands. And then once I kind of set that down, everything else was pretty easy, you know, drinking and partying and all that stuff. The Lord just like pretty seamlessly took away from me. And then I kind of felt like I was done with music in general. And then I was thinking maybe it'd be cool to like join a worship band or something like that. But I just basically was just real zealously seeking the scriptures and stuff. And it was like, I don't know, songs were just kind of like I say I'm a songwriter, but it's like the Lord gives them to me kind of. And I had a number of years where I thought to myself it would be really cool to go like play in the streets and things like that. And but I didn't ever feel like I had the like directive to go, like the Lord was saying, go do it. And then I don't know, a few years ago, he was like, go. And then I just started playing like street corners, open mics, just pretty much anywhere I could go to be more like a light to the lost and an encouragement to the body. And it's just been that, you know, more and more and more.
Yeah, I mean, that's the joy of it is being that light.
Yep.
You know, to people that, like I always like to phrase it as know God but don't know God.
Yep.
You know, on that personal relationship level. Yep. So we're coming up on the gospel music showcase. You're one of the artists that's going to perform.
Yep.
Tell us, man, how does it feel to kind of be like in this kind of a setting where, you know, it's just a completely different atmosphere.
It's kind of nice, actually. You know, I go play evangelistically a lot, so then you never know what you're going to get. It's a little bit more nerve-wracking. It feels a little bit better when it's like, or more comfortable, I guess. Maybe not better, but it feels definitely more comfortable. I'm pretty excited to come out and do it. And like I did that, was it Faithfully United with Jeff not too long ago? That was nice, and it's encouraging to see people happy to hear gospel music. Other than, you know, I played at a coffee shop open mic a couple days ago just to pop in and you know, spread the word a little bit, play a couple songs, try to bless a few people, and evangelize a tiny bit while I'm doing it. And it seemed like, you know, I started playing and a lot of people seemed like they like it, but then I started talking about the Lord and they kind of, you know, shunned down a little bit. So yeah. It's nice and encouraging to not have that reaction all the time. You know.
Well, yeah, I mean, but that's the joy of this.
Yeah.
Because millions upon millions love gospel music.
Yep.
But once you start to minister and show Jesus' love, then it's like that's a stronghold that you got to break through. And I think this is what this showcase really brings, because it really just opens up people's heart. But then it also reminds them that Jesus loves them. You know, I mean, because listen to your story. I mean, like you see that love and where that love came from, and how it helped you just become who you are right now. Yeah,
it was always there. You could tell. It seemed like there's just been times through my life where it's like, I should have done this, I should have been that, should have had all this, and it seemed like there was something there keeping me even when I wasn't, you know, following it. Right. It was still keeping me in bounds. And then with the music stuff, it seems like I just keep getting provision in it too. The Lord just, I got tons of stories. I don't want to drone on and on, but I always have provision. It seems like I ended up like one day at a vegetable stand talking to some guy about the Lord, and he ends up giving me like a $400 microphone. Just story after story of the Lord showing me that He's in it and pushing me forward in it. I recently have a old friend from high school who came up and started talking to me, and he has it's a Shoe Line Records, a little record label, and it's not even like really a Christian record label, but he had some hard times he kind of went through here recently and kind of came to the Lord a little bit more in it. And then he was telling me, I want to help you produce some of your music. He said, you're spreading the word, so I want to help you do it. So I'm working on an EP and stuff like that right now through him, and it's pretty cool. Like, I don't actually have to go seek to try to figure out how to do this and that. It's like, when in the Lord's timing, He brings about somebody to step up and help me do whatever I need to do. So
that's
like
the beauty of it, because once you give your life to Christ and you fully give it over to Him, He opens up those doors. And it reminds of the Bible scripture, seek the kingdom first, and all these things will be added unto you. So, Bo, tell me about your style right now. Your gospel style. What is it? Straight acoustics and just you singing?
Yeah.
How what do you have for the?
Yeah, what I'm doing here at this one is going to be just me singing and playing acoustic guitar, basically. Kind of like singer-songwriter style, I sometimes have brother Seth that comes along with me and plays one of those cajon. It's like the wood box they play on. Got another friend who street preaches, who sometimes we'll just all get together on a street corner, and he brings a bass guitar, and I have my guitar, and then like Seth playing the drums. But we don't ever like practice, but it just works because I don't know, the Lord just gave us all these giftings, and we can do it together. So we just do. So then it kind of depends where I'm playing and what the day brings, whatever the Lord has going on. Sometimes I have people accompany me. Sometimes I just go by myself. I think this one is probably just going to be by myself, obviously, as we've talked about. But yeah, I just, I don't know. It's whatever the Lord puts on my heart. It's just, sometimes I don't even practice and stuff. This one I have a vague idea of what I'm going to play, but I mean, I'll have performances I go up and play, half hour long, and I'm just completely off the cuff. Don't know what I'm going to even play or speak about. I just worry about praying and being like, all right, Lord, you lead this, and I'll just try to yield myself and let you fill me up, and you just pour out what you want, and that's it.
Yeah, and I love to tell you now, I saw your Facebook post and how you were encouraging people. That's why everybody's trying to get tickets from you. How you was encouraging people to grab a ticket to help someone else. Basically like pay it forward. Like, you don't have to come, but bless somebody else. And I think that's the key to this whole thing, is how we as Christians, we may have a busy schedule, but we can bless someone else who is seeking Christ in a setting where they can be comfortable. I really, what made you, see it that way? Like, kind of flip it.
I don't really like necessarily try to make money off of gospel music. I feel like it should be free. The gospel's free, so it should be. But then when I looked on that little website with the ticket thing and seen there was that little place to do that, and I was like, man, that's fantastic that you can try to get somebody who's going through treatment or a homeless shelter and stuff like that, and you can get them to come somewhere like that. I mean, I was down at the City Mission in Lincoln this week with a brother. We just kind of walked down there, and we were talking to some people, and there was one guy down there we just ended up talking to, and he said that he works on Sundays and stuff like that, so he can't go to there's a church connected to the City Mission there, and so he can't go to that, and he was like trying to figure out how he could get days off to go do that. And it's encouraging that, on a Thursday night or something like that, somebody who maybe, I mean, some people don't necessarily want to go to church or something like that, but they can still come and be encouraged in that manner, and you can help get somebody there like that. So I just, felt compelled to share that aspect of it too, because it's like, even if you're not going to be able to make it, it's really cool if you can get somebody who's in a hard spot to be able to come in and hear some encouragement and be around, Christian people, because, in those treatment centers and stuff like that, they say you're an addict for life, but I know the Lord can set you free,
That is true. And you know what, Bo, man, I really thank you for that, because you really helped me re-look at some things too, because, going forward, I think that's what we should do, is pay it forward. If my level of Christ is here and yours is here, it's time for me to get you.
Yeah, definitely.
To see the love of Jesus.
Yeah,
and not me just keep building on what I know.
Yep.
So I really thank you for that, man. I think that's what we all should do, especially at this showcase. So if you're watching the show, and the Lord hits you and tells you, hey, that's what you should do. Go ahead and get yourself a ticket. One ticket will change somebody's life, we're going to go forward. Hopefully we won't have to do these ticket sales anymore, because I think you're right. We shouldn't have to pay for the gospel. But circumstances calls for things to happen. But we're going to work hard diligently. That's why I'm so thankful for the sponsors to purchase these tickets, to be able to just give to people so they can just come and enjoy the love of Jesus in a neutral location. I like to say neutral, kind of like I don't know if you watch football or not, but like they say they take certain games and put them in a neutral location.
Instead of having home
team. Some people may have some church hurt or whatever,
or
may not want or can't make it to church or whatever it is. But this gives them the avenue to be able to come and listen to some gospel music, and hopefully then it's all in Jesus' hands after that. Our job is to show you the love of Jesus and then allow Jesus to come into your life.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, Bowman, you got anything else for us? You want to shout out the wife, kids, anything?
I'm all right, I suppose. Just the Lord, my wife. I came right here from a swim meet for my daughter Luxie and son Knox there. I got a t-ball game to go do a bunch of family stuff. We homeschool, so that's my first ministry is them. My wife Kelly is leading them in the way that the Lord wants us to go, and then next is my outreach to everybody else.
There you go. That's how it starts. It starts at home, right? Ministry starts at home.
Yep. If you can't lead your family, then you shouldn't be trying to lead anyone else. So.
Exactly.
Yep.
Well, we'll be right back with more Straight Talk. We got some more independent artists coming up, man. Y'all come out and support my man. Come out and support my man, Bo. He's doing some great things in our community. Groundwork. It's like we said, I like to get the people that are on the ground. We can find big name people, get them on the show, just, get clicks and stuff. But when you talk about the people that's in your community, doing the work, supporting, showing you that how Christ has led them, those are the things that we should be honoring more and more each day. So we'll be right back with more Straight Talk right at these words from our sponsors.
Tired of seeing all the high prices? Well, help is around the corner. Abby's Corner. Named after Abby Whitford, Abby's Corner is a thrifty boutique in quaint downtown Papillion. Abby's Corner is a family-owned, and the friendly owners specialize in upscale ladies' fashion at thrift store prices. So come by 138 North Washington Street and enjoy a relaxed, homey, and artistic atmosphere that will make your shopping experience fun. Inventory at Abby's Corner changes almost daily, so you never know what you may find. And as an added bonus, Abby Corners donate to the local charities such as the Food Bank of the Heartland, the Bethlehem House, and Live On Nebraska. Abby's Corner can be found on Facebook at Live Like Abby Did and on Instagram at Abby's Corner Papillion. So like and follow Abby's Corner, the cutest little thrifty boutique in downtown Papillion. First Start Academy and Needs 2 Child Care Center provides an environment that empowers all young minds to learn, grow, and develop while being in a nurturing environment. Needs 2 have children starting from the age of 6 weeks to 5 years old. First Start Academy also offers an after-school program from ages 6 to 12 years old. First Start Academy and Needs 2 Child Care Center supports, celebrates, and values each family served and will always be committed to creating lifelong learners to discover their talents and abilities. If affordable, nurturing child care is what you desire, contact one of our locations today. Call First Start Academy at 601-544-6443 or call Needs 2 Child Care Center at 601-582-2727. First Start Academy and Needs 2 Child Care Center, a nurturing environment, empowering young minds.
What's good, fam? It's Jonathan Traylor, and you're tuned in to Straight Talk with Riccardo Montgomery.
Do you need embroidered and screen printed apparel for your company? How about a promotional product to help promote your business? Are you looking for a banner for a corporate event? Caps Etc. has it all. Caps Etc. has been serving the Omaha area for over 20 years. Located in Millard for over 10 years, Caps Etc. is family owned and can handle all your business and broader and promotional product needs. Bring your design to 4871 South 136th Street or call 402-614-3883 and add your logo on a quality item that will set your business above the rest. Only at Caps Etc.
Welcome back to the show, y'all. We're talking about the Unity and Community Gospel Music Showcase happening on July 14th. Sitting here with another artist who's hanging out with us, man, Mr. T. Baller. Welcome to Straight Talk, man.
Well, man, thanks for having me. Appreciate it. Yeah, so I'm a little excited, man. Let's get it.
Well, look, we're here at Divine Truth Christian Bookstore, and if you have not gotten your ticket, get here to this store, man. Ask them for your ticket to the showcase while they have them now. They're going fast, man. This is one of the sponsors to the for the showcase. They have some tickets. I'm told that they only have a few left, so get it as quick as you can and grab yourself some tickets. I'm so thankful that we have sponsors supporting this showcase that is purchasing your ticket. So you got to catch up with them, man, and then go by the shops. Styles of Evolution or Evolution of Style, which is on North 24th Street in Lake. On the north side of Omaha. They have some tickets for you. We're giving away some on the Boss. So shout out to William King. We got some tickets given away on the Boss, so y'all check that station out. And also out of town, outreach ministry supporters that are out of state, Alabama, Mississippi, Wisconsin, Georgia, all of them are purchasing tickets to support this ministry. So they see the vision, T. But right here with T. Barlow, who's a hip hop artist, man. So tell us, man, how did you get started doing gospel hip hop?
Okay, so yeah, that's a longer, funny story. So I'm gonna try to keep it short. Round about the turn of the century, a friend of mine from high school heard a beat that I made on something. He and I, we got together. We had started this label that never went anywhere. By the way, it's called Bold, built on a loyal devotion. And at the time, it was not Christian music. However, I started writing because I started writing poetry first. And I started writing because around that time is when I was actually starting to fall out of love with what I was hearing in the mainstream hip hop scene. I wasn't a fan of the content, even though I wasn't as saved as I probably should have been back then. I was at church all the time, but I was like one of those guys. I was holy on Sunday, but Monday through Saturday I was something else. Yeah, praise God for deliverance. But I started writing my own music, and I remember challenging myself to where I'm gonna write music, and it wasn't Christian centered, but there was no cursing in it because I felt like cursing were fillers. And I was like, there's so many other words, and the only time I would curse would be it had to be some type of witty wordplay. So if I be like, I said these rappers on a roll, but half they spit belongs in a commode. You know what I mean? Like that. Like it had to be wordplay, right? It couldn't just be a filler. And I had a whole safe sex song that I could never play in the church called "Get the Effing Message," but it was all about safe sex because at the time Omaha was really burning with a lot of diseases and stuff. And so that's the type of artist I was. And then after a while, I heard some years go by, and I'm recording stuff, but nothing ever got released or anything like that. But I'm just writing, recording, and I was working on just really the craft of it all. Some years go by, and a man comes to town, and I hear him speak, and his name was G. Craig Lewis. And G. Craig Lewis had me convinced when I left that service that hip hop was of the devil, right? And so I put down the pen for a while, and then I began this journey. I was just coming across different preachers. I was listening to G. Craig a lot back then. I don't listen to him now. I kind of feel like he's a little bit off the deep end. I'm just going to go ahead and say that in an interview. But I ain't scared, really. But then I came across people like Paul Washer, R.C. Sproul, Vodi Bakum, these types of preachers, and I'm listening to them. And what I began to see was that, for one, I was probably one of the biggest hypocrites walking in the church. I got really legalistic, then during that time period until I started hearing them and I began to understand the gospel of grace. And then, I was really during that time period after listening to G. Craig, like really like cynical of even like all Christian music at some point. It's like, yo, these people are sellouts, like I'm just, just real, just nasty, but all like in the name of God, right? But when I heard the gospel of grace, began to understand the gospel of grace, I began to slow down and reconsider my frame of thought. And then I came across the first Christian hip hop song that I actually took a serious listen to was Bizzle's Dear Hip Hop. And I was like, hey, this isn't bad. I was like, I like this. And so then I ended up coming across a guy by the name of Shaolin. And this was the straw that broke the camel's back. Shaolin had a song called The Greatest Story Ever Told. And in 3 verses, he summarized all 66 books of the Bible. Like he summarized the fall of man, and then God's redemptive plan, and then redemption in action through the personal work of Jesus Christ. And when I heard that, I said, yo, this is dope. I said this is really dope. And all of a sudden, I was inspired to pick up the pen again. And I think in God's providence, I had to go through all of that to come to a place to where I totally understood the gospel, at least understood it on a level that it needed to be understood. And so I started penning. And when I started writing, I'm talking to God. I said, Lord, if I'm going to do this, I need to do it to a way in which you get the maximum glory for all things. And I know that I struggle with pride and some other stuff. Like, that's one of those things where it's like I always got to pray against and so forth. I said, Lord, just keep me humble. Please keep me near the cross. I'm just praying like this, but at the same time, like, God, this pen, and so I would go and I would write in every song that I've written. It's always centered on Christ or gospel centered. Like, there's no mistaking who I'm rapping about, what I'm rapping about. It's and really, like, that's how I got to where I am. That's pretty much how I started doing the Christian hip hop thing in a nutshell.
Oh wow,
yeah,
that is an amazing story. Because I mean, like, you're going through and it's just like so many things that I'm hearing. Like, one, you did like what everybody else does. Went to church on Sunday, did whatever throughout the week. Then 2, took a step back. And then 3, God brings something to you that to click in your head.
Yeah.
And then it took off so that you can do what you're doing.
Right. And, and this goes to say, and I always make sure people understand what I'm saying here. I'm not saying that I'm at a place of glorification and perfection, like that I'm floating from point A to point B in holiness. Nobody is. That's not how it works, right? But I am in the middle of a sanctification process, and where God is just currently disciplining, leading, guiding, and that's true for every Christian, every true blood-born Christian. And when I look back over it all, I know in some cases I alienated some people back then, but when I look back over it all, in God's providence, He brought me to this place right here. And and like, if people used to ask me back in the day when it's like 99, 98. When I was growing up in church, I used to do these poems in church, and folks would be like, "Hey, yeah, you're gonna be a Christian rapper?" And I'm like, "Nah, I'm not." Right? And I'm kind of glad that I didn't back then, because my theology would have been off. I'd have probably had some stuff like some of my music I listened to that I used to make way back in the day. I listened to it, I kind of cringe, and I'd be like, "Ugh, this is so corny." Lyrically, it's kind of dope, but like, there's just things about it where I just be like, ugh, it was not. And I can imagine, like, even like now, like when I think back to like when I wasn't writing and some of the stuff I look at when those memories come up on Facebook, and it's like, ugh, that was me. Like, ugh, let me delete this. like I don't want this popping up ever again. And so forth. But like, I think and I'm not ashamed to say, like, I'm 40 years old, and 40 years old. And rapping, and folks be like, "Aren't you a little too old?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm too old to be rapping about going to the club and stuff like that. I'm not too old to rap about the gospel that saves, which is the power of God to save anyone. Like that, like that's ridiculous. That's like saying Mick Jagger, who was doing rock and roll when he was young, and then he gets old, like he still does rock and roll. Like why is it that hip hop got to be different?" And so I am a little different when it comes to it. Like I don't get to hop around on the stage a lot because I'm 40. I'm too old to be hopping around all the time. But yeah, right. But nevertheless, though, it's not so much the style of music. It's like, yo, the content. Is my content biblical? Is it true? Am I saying something? And and what am I saying? And there's the folks who actually take the time to listen. There's certain things that they'll hear and they'll be like, yo, I know that. Like that makes so much sense because all of that sin that I was in, again, God's providence. I'm not saying that sin is good, but you'd be surprised at how the things that we meant for evil, how God works those things out. That sin that I was in, like it allowed me to see the need for the gospel, the need for God's salvation, the need for Christ, the need for His holiness, the need for His righteousness, and then it also allows me to be able to connect with somebody who is currently going through that sin. Because like now they get and it's like they hear it and they be like, yo, she's like, because sometimes I tell you, there was some times where I used to think like man, I wish I could be as saved as the next person, or saying like I bet you that person doesn't struggle. Like no, what you find out is that every Christian struggles, every true Christian struggle. Like if you saying you're a Christian and you don't have a struggle with sin, I'd have to like legit, like you might want to check yourself. Check yourself because if anything you're struggling with the sin of pride. Because you think you've arrived, So yeah,
that's great because when as you just said, like everybody goes through different things, and how the Lord has opened up your eyes to the sin that you was in, and now where you are right now, and that just helps you out because you have to witness and do all these other things. That's the great thing about the showcase that you're going to be a part of is the fact that. A lot of people put themselves on this pedestal, like you said, like, oh, I wish I was saved with this person, or I wish I was like this, or I wish I was like that, and not realizing that God wants you right where you are, and He can take you right where you are, and then you can grow as you follow Christ to be exactly what the Christian that God wants you to be, not what you think someone else wants.
Yeah. It's indeed, and that's the thing, man. Like. If you put it in perspective, when you listen to the language that Jesus uses when He's talking to Nicodemus, it says you must be born again, right? Well, when you're born, you're born a baby. You're not born a full-grown adult. So even as a Christian, when you come into this Christian walk, again, you're not coming out all of a sudden, after you go and join the church. You're not walking out of the church glowing in holiness, like no. This is when your battle starts now, because before you was at peace with sin. You know what I'm saying? You went to sleep with sin on your mind. You woke up with sin on your mind. You planned it. You was like, hey, sin, how you doing? And you going out and you're kicking it with sin. And you and sin having a good time, right? God comes in, impacts your life with the gospel, and all of a sudden you and sin beefing. Now you remember with sin that you had some good times with sin, so there's gonna be those dark nights and you in your bed minding your own business, and sin gonna text you WID, what you doing, and you nodding, just chilling, and next thing you and sin start, may start rehashing that relationship again, and then you go, and then all of a sudden now you're waking up the next day just like, I can't believe I went back to this joker, right? It's a toxic relationship with you have a toxic relationship with sin, and in the process now. It's getting rid of this stalker that's trying to kill you, which is sin, and here's God saying, like, listen, I got you. Like, I'm a good shepherd. Like, I don't lose any sheep. This, you think about the 23rd Psalm, when he says that He leads me in the paths of righteousness for His name's sake, right? The very next line is, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. So you got to think about this. This is the shepherd leading you, right? Leading you paths of righteousness through the valley of the shadow. The path of righteousness is through the valley of the shadow of death, right? And so as I'm walking through here, like I don't have anything to fear. I don't have to fear sin. I don't have to fear sinful people. Why? Because Christ is with me. His rod and His staff. So he got a rod of correction. And they got a staff to beat off anything that's coming to attack you, right? Sometimes, a predator can come in and get the sheep and actually have that sheep in his jaws, but the shepherd is going to come and kill it. This is David talking now to King Saul. He said, man, like a lion or a bear would come amongst my flock and try to catch my sheep, and I was like, I'll kill that lion or a bear or that bear. That's what the shepherd does. Like, yeah, we may get bit, But we in that shepherd's hand. He doesn't lose any sheep, and so like you can rest easy and know that okay, I'm at war, maybe losing some battles here, but this is a fixed fight in which there's going to be victory not only here and now, but victory like later on in all of this. And all of those failures, what they should do is highlight, I need God. It highlights that like I am incapable of doing this on my own. I don't have the strength to do this. But Philippians 4:13, this is what this verse really means though. Right here, it's not about winning basketball games and stuff like that. Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through Christ. I can overcome persecution. I can overcome my sinful failures. I can overcome my depression. I can overcome all of these things through Christ because He is my strength. That very basic kid song is really not a kid song at all. Little ones to Him belong. They are weak, but He is strong. He is our source. He is our strength, and so forth. And so when you understand that about the gospel, you begin to understand that it's not about walking around in perfection, in sinless perfectionism. It's about now you're at war with sin, and in this war you're still at peace because you have Christ. Because where sin abounds, because sin will abound, grace abounds so much more. And whereas grace is not a license to sin, grace empowers us to overcome it.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's literally like a summary of all the music I put out right there.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you want to hear more, first thing first is come hang out, listen to them at the Detox Lounge, 72nd and Blondo on the north side of Omaha. If you're down there in Kansas City area, if you can get up here, get on up here, man. Take that 3-hour drive.
Yeah, it's worth it.
For a hotel room. Come hang out, man. Be amongst like-minded people and enjoy yourself a good night of gospel music. Because where else in the city do you get a night of gospel music?
Gospel rap, not too many places. We got the open mics every so often, but even still, it's not strictly gospel. But like it's on a Thursday night. No, I mean I can't think of too many places.
Yeah,
I mean they sporadic and so forth. But listen, I got to tell you, I'm excited about this event. I'm excited about doing some old music and some new music. I'm it's a lot to be excited about, and all the music. I'm gonna tell you off top, like it's gospel centered, dope Christian hip hop, and those aren't my words. This is other people's words, So
yeah, so if you got kids,
yeah, bring them
out, man. It's a family atmosphere. So come on out, chill out, relax. Hopefully, if my wife allow it, we'll bring them. My daughter will be there. She's 3, to run around and. Dance. She loves to dance.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I ain't bringing my twins. I'm just tell you right now. They'll tear that place up, and I ain't got the money. But
come on out though.
But if your kids are well behaved, bring them.
Come on out and enjoy yourself, man. It'll be a great night of gospel music. Sometimes we need that though, because I always grew up when they say you got church on Sunday, you got Bible study Tuesday or Wednesday, depends on what church you go to.
Yeah.
But then you gotta wait on Sunday to get yourself a refill.
Yeah, unless you maybe you have choir rehearsal on Thursday.
Yeah.
I grew up in the church. Let me tell you, oh my goodness, man. First and foremost, we're gonna talk about Sunday yet, but that was the Bible study and the prayer meeting on Wednesday. And then that would be like the choir rehearsal. And then I think I was also like a junior usher, and then on Sunday morning. See, I'm about to take you back because they don't do this anymore. We grew up Baptist, so Sunday morning you had your Sunday school.
You better go.
And then you had your morning service, and then you had BTU. And then you had like an evening service. In Chicago, man, we wouldn't get home till like 10 o'clock at night messing around on a Sunday. Yeah.
Sunday was all day.
Yeah.
Sunday was all day.
Just don't plan nothing on Sunday. Like no.
Well, see you in Chicago, that's what you had. But down south, you had Sunday school, church, BTO. Then there's a quartet singer somewhere around the corner.
Oh yeah.
And then you had night service.
Man, I used to play for the Echoes of Melody here in Omaha. And we had something just about every Sunday. And them quartet services, They don't know how to Benedict. I'm just tell you that right now. They don't.
They going ham.
They
going ham.
All right, you've been singing this song for 15 minutes, sir.
Yeah,
it's bopping though.
Yeah, same riff. Just sitting there just working. How is he playing that bass straight?
If you know you got the Holy Ghost, you got the Holy. If you know you got the. It's like man. Yeah, and don't let them be from out of town, man.
They going ham.
Yeah, they showed up on clown. Yeah,
they there because. They gonna make sure that they get fed when they get there, cause they gonna be hungry when they finish.
Yeah. Sure enough.
Well, look, y'all, we're gonna wrap the show up, man. Take y'all out there to see what's going on with Faithfully United right here after these words from our sponsors.
Do you need embroidered and screen printed apparel for your company? How about a promotional product to help promote your business? Are you looking for a banner for a corporate event? Caps Etc. has it all. Caps Etc. has been serving the Omaha area for over 20 years. Located in Millard for over 10 years, Caps Etc. is family-owned and can handle all your business embroidered and promotional product needs. Bring your design to 4871 South 136th Street or call 402-614-3883 and add your logo on a quality item that will set your business above the rest, only at Caps Etc.
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this wonderful day. Thank you for everything you've done for us. We're here because we are blessed and we are trying to make every day count for you, Father God. Thank you for everything. Amen.
You're listening to Straight Talk with your boy, Riccardo Montgomery. Don't worry. You ain't missed nothing. You just in a commercial break. We'll be right back with more Straight Talk in a minute. Straight Talk with Riccardo Montgomery is taking 2022 by storm.
That's what makes this show great, because we talk about what's real.
Straight Talk is not afraid to take it to the next level by questioning everything in the Bible.
It's a very interesting question, and let me explain it to you this way.
With church leaders.
Preach reconnecting people to Christ.
Discussing real topics that we face daily.
You can't do that without asking a hard-hitting question, right?
You're right, fam. Give your faith walk a boost each Saturday at 6 p.m. on Facebook and YouTube.
Awesome program.
For the Straight Talk with Riccardo Montgomery. Tired of seeing all the high prices? Well, help us around the corner. Abby's Corner. Named after Abby Whitford, Abby's Corner is a thrifty boutique in quaint downtown Papillion. Abby's Corner is a family-owned and the friendly owners specialize in upscale ladies' fashion at thrift store prices. So come by 138 North Washington Street and enjoy a relaxed, homey, and artistic atmosphere that will make your shopping experience fun. Inventory at Abby's Corner changes almost daily, so you never know what you may find. And as an added bonus, Abby Corners donate to the local charities such as the Food Bank of the Heartland, the Bethlehem House, and Live On Nebraska. Abby's Corner can be found on Facebook at Live Like Abby Did and on Instagram at Abby's Corner Papillion. So like and follow Abby's Corner, the cutest little thrifty boutique in downtown Papillion. First Start Academy and Needs 2 Child Care Center provides an environment that empowers all young minds to learn, grow, and develop while being in a nurturing environment. Needs 2 have children starting from the age of 6 weeks to 5 years old. First Start Academy also offers an after-school program from ages 6 to 12 years old. First Start Academy and Needs 2 Child Care Center supports, celebrates, and values each family served and will always be committed to creating lifelong learners to discover their talents and abilities. If affordable, nurturing childcare is what you desire, contact one of our locations today. Call First Start Academy at 601-544-6443 or call Needs 2 Child Care Center at 601-582-2727. First Start Academy and Needs 2 Child Care Center. a nurturing environment, empowering young minds. Welcome back to the show, y'all. We're out here at Walnut Grove Park, supporting Faithfully United. And they're doing their thing, walking around praying for people, praying for our community, praying for the nation. So Jeff Loveland's doing some amazing and great things in our community. You probably can hear him praying right now in the background. Just want to let y'all know, like July 14th, the showcase is going on. Detox Lounge, North 72nd in Blondo, if you're in the Omaha area. We'd love to have y'all there, man. Thanks so much again to the sponsors for all the amazing things that they're doing, coming out, supporting, purchasing tickets, doing all the things that they need to do to help us continue to do what God has called us to do. And that's get the word to the community, get the word to our people out there, get outside the church walls, and do things to help show people the love of Christ. Until next week, right here on Straight Talk. Y'all be blessed. Peace.
Come on, relax and just enjoy the show. We got you here on Straight Talk.